Oh my goodness, we are live on YouTube.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Greetings from the other side.
Welcome to the Bama Geeks. It is Sunday evening, and we are hanging out with the mighty fine and dead folks from Friday Night Frights.
That's right.
That's right. We're here to have fun and unfortunately not unalive anyone right now.
We've been called worse.
Yeah. Well, just a quick around. I'm Brock Parker. If this is your first time joining us, below me is my wife, Jessica.
Hello. Hi.
And way over on the other side of the screen, if I can point in the right direction, of course, Bo Bearden.
Greetings.
And below him, Kevin Gardner.
Hola.
And smack dab in the middle of us, we've got, you know what? I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves. We know who you are.
Shall I go first? Okay. All right, I am Dr. Willie Murderme, but the ghouls call me Willie.
I'm Nurse Connie Lingus, and this is our sweet little stinky baby.
Roadkill.
And of course, sitting in between Roadkill and Willie is...
Oh, that's Joe.
Yeah,
That's just Joe.
Just ignore him. He's not here.
Oh, my. Well, we are so happy to have you guys on here tonight. If you're not familiar with Friday Night Frights, they are somewhere in Alabama. We have no idea where. Hidden.
Yes, we have to be hidden due to our association with the Witches Protection Program. You know,
Right.
An undisclosed location in Alabama, that's too much information.
Gotcha.
Well,
we can't talk about it too much.
well, you know, if you don't want to, you know, say you're from Alabama, Taylor in the chat says, hey, just come to Brazil.
Yeah.
Ready.
You got an open invitation. Come to Brazil.
I'm not that good of a swimmer.
Roadkill, listen, nowadays you fly. And listen, you know, we told you there's numerous things that we've still got left to teach.
I'm not getting on her broom again.
No, that didn't go well the last time, did it?
Nope. How do you think you became a dead skunk?
That's right.
Oh.
Oh, me. Well, we appreciate people showing up in the chat. Shay Pattons, Slay, literally and figuratively.
Right. They do a good job at that for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to
Yes,
get into that.
I'm very talented with my axe, but you should see what Connie does with her mallet. I mean, it's she can put any croquet challenge to shame.
And also want to say hi to Michigan Jack.
Hello.
Greetings from Michigan from a previous Huntsville transplant.
Oh.
Well, hi.
Hi up there
We
in
don't blame me
Michigan.
for leaving Huntsville. It's fine.
Huntsville's so large, and they have so many construction equipment out.
Too many people.
Yeah, but there's also ways to hide those people.
Yeah, big rockets. You know,
Well,
big
well,
rockets.
I mean, he did kind of, you know, you do have construction going on too. So I mean, you know, hey,
Oh.
I
And those traffic barrels?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
easily, right?
Maybe your legs don't work so good. Fall down in the concrete and you get stuck there for a while.
there
Maybe
we go.
so.
Where did that voice come from, Roadkill?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, well, we have been fans of these guys for a while, and we absolutely are thrilled to have them on. If you haven't seen them, then you really should. So what you need to do is head over to watchfnf.com, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jevnf.com. You can find all the links for our social media there, along with YouTube and all of the. Why you keep staring at me?
I'm very proud of you, Roadkill. You're learning very much, and I appreciate it.
Roadkill, the social media manager.
Exactly.
He can be a little aggravating from time to time, but he's actually kind of smart. I think that's why we keep him around.
Who do you think's been
Thanks.
running the social media this whole time?
That's
That
fair
explains
game.
a lot.
Yeah, it's fair game.
Hey!
Well, at any time, we're probably going to hang out with you for probably a little bit, around an hour, maybe a little less. We're going to we're going to get to our Patreon episode. We're going to have some exclusive stuff from Friday Night Frights in our Patreon episode. So if you are wanting to see,
off, do
if you're wanting to see anything from the Friday Night Frights host, then patreon.com/BamaGeeks, or just below, hit that join button on our YouTube channel, and it will be available there later as well.
Mhm.
So Friday Night Frights, I would love to know how the show came about. I know you guys have 2 seasons under your belt. We saw Joe hosting the first season. And by the way, you make a stunning Elvis.
I agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Awesome.
Don't feed into that fantasy.
No. Yeah, the first season, I was trying to go with like a sort of like Joe Bob Briggs setup, just
Right.
in my living room, keep it simple. Me and a very attractive co-host, that was Brooklyn Fox.
Mhm.
That was my co-host in the first season, and as soon as I launched the first season, I just happened to be scrolling through, and I came across these two in a want ad, and I decided to hire them on the spot. And I thought things were going to go differently than they did, but here we are.
Right.
Yeah, we definitely have some questions about that. First of all, the Seb 0713 says they saw you guys at Alabama Comic-Con last year, and that's actually where we first met them in person.
Yep. That's it.
Yep, we were there.
Yeah, we were there. I think my favorite encounter was when I poked my head around the corner and said, "Make a lick a hi, make a hiney ho." The way those curtains are set up, it's easy to pop in like a pop-up book and feel like zombie from
Right.
Yes.
That's a great show. I like it.
We almost got kicked out because of that.
The first time it was funny. The second, fourth, and fifth, and sixth time it was
Nurse
little.
Connie, you have a comment here. You,
Angela Nichols says Nurse Connie is fire.
Thank you. How natural.
Willie has not tried to set you on fire, has he?
I can't talk about it.
She's not gonna confirm nor deny.
There's NDAs, disclosures in place.
Good job.
Well, all I can say in my defense is it was unintentional, and I told you to stay away from the Bunsen butler. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Well, yeah, Joe, in talking about Joe Bob Briggs, that was definitely the type of feel, and we love Joe Bob Briggs.
Yes.
I've watched him ever since high school. Absolutely love him. So I guess my question is, in the second season, there is Roadkill, whom is right there. And we're getting some great things in the chat. And Kurt, if you're in the chat watching live, please definitely send this wonderful crew your comments and questions. We'll definitely try to get to every one of them as we go through the live stream. Sorry, Bo and I both have been going through some of the crud. So if we don't get a mute button on our coughs and everything else, please forgive us. But yeah, the Seb 0713 says, I was at the Sith Lord asking about critters, and my son's got a picture on Sunday. Awesome.
Okay.
And LBJ JCLP, Willie cut off my arm last year.
Wow.
Wow.
Willie,
Well, Willie.
you're throwing
she-
that axe around.
Apparently, she's doing this one armed. Apparently, so hey, I'm very proud that she's overcome that.
He's holding and clicking on that keyboard.
Exactly.
I do the same thing, and I've got both hands, so we're good. You'll survive.
Yeah, this entire outfit, we're ADA compliant. So you know, we're good to go.
That's right.
Well, we know that Willie swings an axe, and so we know that Roadkill is in the second season. And I want to know, first of all, what prompted you? Joe said he found you guys in the want-ads. What prompted you to try to drag Joe to an undisclosed location and turn him into Roadkill?
Listen, it's funny because he's a stupid human. They'll listen and do anything you tell them to do. So I found his cell phone number on the wall of some portable restroom, and I said, "Oh, that's the guy that runs that television show that we've seen." You know, when you're watching the YouTube and the video shorts that come through, I was flipping through, and I was like, "Oh, what is Friday Night Frights?" This guy thinks he's funny, and then I thought, you know what? I got to get in touch with this one because I can make his show better. So, you just kind of put things out there in the multi-universe, and bippity boppity boo, we came into play. And that's pretty much how it happened. But I did tell him the only way to make his show better was to let us take over. And the only way to do that successfully.
Hold on now. If you go back and view the footage on season 2, episode 1, it's not exactly voluntary that I.
That's fair as well, but you know what? It was fun. It was a good time, right?
Yeah, I think you're a hack.
So listen,
Well.
you're actually a hack job now.
Look at me, I'm Willie Murderme.
Oh, he thinks he's this funny thing, but regardless, we had to basically axe off the first host, and just by chance, Connie had. I'm going to let you take over that part and tell how we acquired Roadkill before the transition.
I was on my way home, and I was taking a detour through the cemetery, and I just happened to see this beautiful, lovely little stinky thing laying on the side of the road. It was just a little rough patch. And I just knew he had to come home with me. How can you say no to this cute little face?
I agree.
Look,
I agree.
Actually, Connie had just run over that skunk on her
I
broom.
found him.
How do you run over an animal while you're flying on a broom? I'll never understand. But
Very carefully.
Exactly right. Excitement ensued because when she brought him home, I knew exactly what we're going to do. We're going to transfer Joe and put him into this dead skunk.
Right.
That's how we hide the body.
Yeah.
I thought that's how we was going to hide the body.
There's still a corpse there.
That's why we have the loophole in season 3.
Nah.
Yeah.
So
we wanted to.
Yeah, we don't want to give away too much.
Yeah, we really just wanted to incorporate Joe in a way that would, make him a little bit more like Connie and myself.
Okay.
Well, that begs another question from me. Joe, you mentioned Brooklyn being your co-host on season 1.
Yeah.
Where is she?
That's yet to be discussed.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's a big mystery.
It may be revealed in season 3.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it was just, I don't know, to me, it just seemed like it was kind of unfair that they would, target only you and bring you into the skunk, It's like
we're an
really
equal opportunity offender, so we are very excited to take him out if we need to. Again.
Well,
but this time you'll have a problem with PETA.
You're lucky that I like animals.
And I mean, if you read chat, maybe the co-host went to Brazil. We don't know. I mean, it's very possible, right?
I think that's going to be our first feature length.
Oh boy.
We'll just do a feature length movie. Willie Connie Roadkill go to Brazil.
Or just call it Brazil.
Or if there are plans to, see Brooklyn again, on your search, it can just be No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Sounds derivative.
You're the SEO guy. You're the social media manager. You should have been like lighting up, going, "Oh my gosh!" at the SEO implications.
Sure.
So we know how Roadkill came to be now. Mm-hmm. What are the origin stories? Where did you come from, Willie and Connie?
Well, Connie may not remember too much about where her derivatives come from because as I made Roadkill, at one point I did make Connie. A lot of people tend to think that we're some couple. But all the greats in the world just always try to make someone in their image.
Mm-hmm.
So I created Connie to help me do my evil bidding and try to take over the world many moons ago.
I'm really more of the comic relief.
Yep.
But yeah, again, on the relationship thing, he's more like my father. He doesn't like to admit it. He kind of looks at me like that whenever I say
Father
it.
issues.
She got those before I killed her off for the first time, so that's fine.
Unalived.
Unalived. Yes, I'm still learning social media. Give me a break.
And the Seb, the Seb 0713 again. Probably not a good idea to reveal any supernatural secrets to the Alabama Ghostbusters.
We already know. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're letting them play their game. We already know.
Yeah, we're good.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Willie needs to be on the animated series. I watched that a lot through the 1980s. Early mornings, there's not much to do. So what did you do in the 80s? You watched cartoons.
Yeah.
But I always thought Willie would make a great villain in the real Ghostbusters cartoon series.
I would have to agree with you on that, Willie.
Absolutely.
I don't
Out
get
there
you
with Sam
confused
Hain.
anymore. Although both decades did have big hair. So.
And don't worry, Seb, since they are in an undisclosed location, it's going to take us a while to find them. So no
Yeah,
worries.
that's why we're not revealing where we are.
Next thing you know, there's a knock on the door, and there we are with the proton packs and the trap. So
That's also why we limited our time on this podcast.
There you go.
Can't trace
Gotta
where
keep
we
moving
are.
around, right?
yeah.
What is the TPN address? What are those things that the internet's put out?
Did you just call it a TPN?
Listen, I'm still learning all the social media mumbo jumbo.
Right.
Let's go back to the podcast. Let's see what they have to say.
All right, I digress. I'm sorry.
Willie is he's more well versed in the area, of the conjuring of the spell, not so much as in social media. Is that right, Willie?
That's right. Good old textbooks are the best way to conjure up. Give a good Latin chant every now and then, and who knows what you can do.
Nobel.
Hey, he remembers.
Yeah.
You kept repeating it over and over.
That's pretty much how Latin works when you're using it into a spell.
Well, maybe thanks that you're bringing up the 80s. I wanted, like I said, I was a kid in the 80s, so I have to say, like, seeing you guys, like, in our area, be from our area, but also, like, I can see you guys and watch you guys, like, growing up with, to me, like, I think Halloween was at its peak, maybe the 80s to about the mid-90s, but, like, you speak that there, and, like I said, that's what I feel like when I watch you guys. You guys are that good comfort feeling, even though you may be doing some questionable things,
Right.
but like watching you, it's really good. Like it's a warm spot. I'm glad to see that is. I guess even though you're unalive, it's alive with the spirit live and well. I have to brag on that. That's just you guys being around just makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Thank you, dear sir. I do appreciate the kind words. It's what we strive for with our show. Really, is to keep the mindset of. One way to keep old school horror going is to talk about it.
Yes,
right.
And that's what we love. We love. They don't make movies like that anymore. The 80s was the best time for all these creature features and monsters and special effects makeup. I mean, it was really great. Everything was very practical. You don't have more of that nowadays.
Yeah.
We want everything to be entertaining and educational all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a spooky Sesame Street.
Oh yeah, spooky.
Yeah, our show. I think.
Okay, so it's Spooky Sesame Street now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We take a little bit of interpretive. I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
So you're trying to say you're Big Bird?
So your spooky Sesame Street. So your episode was brought to you by the letters R-I-M-P. I'm assuming.
Oh, nice. Very, very good one. Yeah.
That was a good one. Very, very good Gothic dead joke. Yeah. But yeah, we're a little bit of what Elvira meets Pee Wee Herman with a little bit of Sesame Street in there.
That's a great analogy. That is a perfect.
Absolutely.
I love that mixture.
Oh
Yeah.
man, we
Yeah.
just got a really good comment on YouTube.
Yep.
You want to show it?
Yes.
Connie,
Yeah,
Connie,
sure.
this is for you.
Mary Spellman has offered you a proposal, Connie.
Mary for Mary.
It's the first proposal we've gotten on the show.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
helping us break new grounds.
She usually has a lot of proposals.
I will accept. I do have to warn you that all of my former marriages have not ended very well. But I also can't talk about that legally either.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you just tear their heart to pieces.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
You said it, not me.
There you
I'm
go.
going to go out on a
Here's
limb and say that I think that Mary is probably reaching out because she just wants a ride to work. Yeah, 'cause you can skip the traffic.
Do you blame her with the way that gas prices are now?
Mhm.
No, I do not.
Not at all.
I'm sure a broom is a
I've
much
already
more
got
economical ride.
Yeah, sometimes brooms are great. They're not the most comfortable.
I would say I can imagine, but I can't.
Turbulence, you'll be speaking an octave higher, I promise you.
She said you're worth it. She'll go after you.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's a
Yeah.
A
brilliant
little
comment
bit
right there.
spicy in here. Here we go.
I can't even get a text back.
And
So
then-
Seb says the "till death do us part" seems a bit predetermined.
Mhm.
No comment.
Mary says, "What a way to go!" Absolutely. So, you guys show great movies. I mean, as you were talking about, just the old classic horror flicks are absolutely fantastic.
Mhm.
So, how do you choose what gets shown on Friday Night Frights?
Is it public domain?
There you go.
There you go.
Truthfully, yes, that's exactly how this past season went. As if it was a public domain film. Well, really, we had a great merry-go-round moment where we were all kind of pushing out films and saying, "Well,
Is that a Carnival of Souls reference?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That film was a great film, and I'm glad that we chose it for our first movie.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm a little bitter.
Yeah. Chose that one.
Segue. That original first episode, and this is key insight that I don't know which way I should point this. Should I go this way? This way. I don't know. But the first episode was supposed to be about freaks
Mm-hmm.
from 1932. That's one of my absolute all-time favorite horror films. It's
Right.
Freaks.
One of us.
Great one, yes.
So it definitely would have tied into the episode a lot better. But due to copyright restrictions, last minute with Warner Brothers, we were not able to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so we went with Carnival of Souls. Ooh. It turned out all right, but we did have to change a lot of the dialogue that we
It
had
was a
already
car
pre-recorded.
crash.
Right.
Well, Carnival of Souls, though, is really actually a great film. I've always kind of looked at it as the origin story of Final Destination, which I know a lot of the young kids out there really like. So
Mhm.
I feel like you had this character who was avoiding death at every cost, and but death finds its way every time.
Hey, spoiler alert. I mean, come on.
Listen, the movie's from like 19 whatever.
They've
They've had time to see it. I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
No, I guess.
Oh, here we go.
Domain, so you can watch
Nah.
it for free on YouTube, or you can check out Friday Night Fights.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Oh gosh.
Absolutely.
I'm a little trained to plug the show from time to time, I guess.
It was like,
Sure. We want people to know how to find you and
Absolutely.
watch in and
watch
watch your show.
FNF.com. Watch FNF.com. Watch FNF.com.
There you go,
What
Roadkill.
was it?
Yeah, one more.
We have a really good question in chat, Brock.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Seb wants your thoughts on Velocipaster. I have not seen it.
I've not seen it either.
I haven't seen it, but I have seen the poster, and that's about all that I've seen of it. And I was like, "Oh boy, I think I might miss this one."
Does it go by another name and has been remade before? Because I feel like I have not seen this one yet.
This is something within the last 4 or 5 years, correct?
Yeah.
think
There's
so.
lots of things that have come out in the last couple of years that I have not seen because
Yeah.
I dare say I like the old school stuff.
Yeah.
What's it called? Oh, wait a minute. Is it about the church pasture that's the Velociraptor creature? Is that the one he's talking about?
It looks like that is, yes.
Yeah,
I'm vaguely recalling a little bit of this film. I did not like that film. That was horrible. I thought it was horrible.
Well,
I said that it was so terrible that it's good. And if you did enjoy that, may I suggest Lava Lantula? It's like tarantula, but with lava.
Again, with this-
Okay.
Giving us some ideas for the Halloween episodes here, huh?
No,
Yeah.
This is why we have a committee that votes on these films now.
we should be reminiscent. We've got to ask him about one of the movies we did cover, Llamageddon.
Oh, please tell me y'all saw that.
Oh, please. Yeah.
I started watching it, and the guy that I was dating turned it off after like 5 minutes because he thought it was terrible, but I loved
It
it.
sounds pretty
It
bad.
was so great.
It's interesting to say the
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Yeah, go back through the Bama Geeks archives a couple of years during our Halloween episodes. We covered that one, and again, it sounds like Velocipaster. It was so bad it was good. It was a college
Yeah.
film.
I'll give it that. It was so bad that it
Yep.
was. Now the unaliving scenes, I'm learning, was great. I thought they were. I don't like CGI. How do I say the B word on camera? Can I spell it? No,
The-
BLOOD. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say the blood word.
Okay, yes, okay. There's plenty of blood in it, but it's all CGI. It's not live action stuff, and I didn't like that.
Well, LB knows what we're just talking about because, yes, the llamas, they have laser eyes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
something. The llamas are definitely something.
So I have one to ask you guys about, and it's one that I suggested in our last Halloween episode that we watched, and Brock and Jess in particular loved. It's a little Alabama-based movie known as Hide
Oh.
and Creep. Have you guys seen Hide and Creep?
Well, it's funny you should mention that.
All right.
That
Do tell.
may be one that may pop up in season 3.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
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 Well, you're
Season
gonna have
3
to.
is going to be a little more indie film,
Mhm.
a little more local film focus.
Yes.
Okay.
We're changing
Focused on
gears.
creators of local and independent horror.
Good.
Okay,
Good.
all right.
Not that we're trying to give away what part of Alabama we're from, but we would like to support local filmmakers and producers and directors and get the films out there. Let more and more people see them because we've got a lot of talent here in Alabama.
So yeah, if you got an
Yeah.
independent horror film that you like to get featured, get in touch with us.
And it'd be
Yeah.
a great crossover. That's what we're like. Because we love the old school horror, but there's a whole new genre coming about with all these new directors and producers and actors. And we've got some very good actors in this town as well. So I think promoting local talent is where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, with Hide and Creep, if you're going to showcase it on your YouTube channel, you're going to do a little bit of editing in there, especially at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just,
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little bit. Yep.
Maybe.
But that was
you-
Brock and Jess's favorite part, honestly.
Yeah.
No.
There's an NAKED man in the very first part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I
Will,
said.
yeah, Willie. Speaking of
There's a
Willie,
little problem with the first.
what you can do is you
Talk-
need to have like when you go to censor or edit, just have Willie's face.
There we go.
Good idea.
Normally,
Yeah.
I would like that idea, but I didn't. That's kind of a,
being that small, they even know it's Willie's face.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, and instead of that poor guy being unalive, he was unashamed.
Yeah.
Yes.
very much so. Yes.
So,
Well, I mean, he had just been kidnapped by aliens, right? Abducted by
Yeah.
aliens anyway at
Yeah.
that point. So yeah. That movie has a very interesting premise with zombies and and aliens in it, and it's just strange.
Spoiler alerts.
Listen,
Jeez, spoiler alerts.
From a movie from 2004. Okay.
If you're going to mention Hayden Creek, you've got to mention its predecessor, A Few Zombies More.
Yep.
Mhm.
That was a great
Hey,
film,
Joe was
too.
in that one.
Oh, Joe is in that one.
Oh,
Okay.
how about that?
Oh,
I
nice.
didn't know that, Joseph.
Yeah, Joe was in. Hey, don't cuss me. Joe was an extra in that one.
Sorry, I
Okay.
get sidetracked. It's very proper for someone to call them by their first full name, and Joe being your short name. I can't remember that. I see Joseph.
You know what?
It just comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I just pulled up IMDb and I put in Joe, aka Roadkill, and I don't see anything.
yeah, you pull up Joe Justice. It's in there.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
We have a
So Seb is asking about a movie that Kevin had recommended to all of us to watch one Halloween, and we've got to get to it. He wants to know about Rubber, the tire that kills everyone in this path.
Keep it PG.
I
I know where you're going.
I went into that one hoping and praying for a one of my favorite films, Maximum Overdrive.
Mhm.
And boy, was I disappointed.
Oh.
I was disappointed worse than a child. Well, I won't say that's a bad joke. I was not going to say that, and it just started coming out. I have to censor myself sometimes. I'm sorry.
He's gotten a lot better.
Intrusive thoughts is what comes to mind. But worse than a divorced child on Christmas Day when he was expecting a Nintendo and got a new pair of pants. That's the way.
Yeah.
That's a good comparison. Yeah.
That is a big disappointment. I agree.
There was 2 Christmases.
Not the first time.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, Maximum Overdrive, the entire musical number was all AC/DC. So, I mean, that just in
How
itself
could you
just
go
made
wrong
it
with
better.
that?
Yeah.
It would have been a little bit better if they would have put a little bit of Alice Cooper in there. That would.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Yep.
That's the only way you could make that scene better.
So Seb also says 3 Days Dead is a zombie movie filmed in Walker County.
33.
Really?
Is that
Three
is it
days.
3 Days Dead or 33 Days Dead?
No, it's 333 Days Dead.
3 days dead.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, I've not heard of it. So
No, I hadn't
I've
heard
not
that
heard
one
of that one either.
I have heard in the news of something
3.
similar, but not a film.
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
He says it's
We're
3.
working on his jokes a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, he's still trying.
That's not a joke. That actually happened.
Yeah.
It'll come out in 2014, Seb
Yeah,
says.
Okay.
Okay.
2014. All right. I figured that Roadkill was still just trying to learn
Right.
learn all these numbers from that big book you guys had him reading.
He's trying to learn
Most
and
of that was
adapt.
just Chinese menus.
What else are you going to use as a bookmark?
It was a whole book of mostly just Chinese menus.
I like the rice. What can I say? It's great.
Yeah.
It is. Yes.
Only 2 Italian menus.
Only 2 Italian menus?
Only 2.
Oh.
Yeah, and here I am trying to go through my head of which 2 Italian menu places it could have been. Because apparently I like Chinese food. So yeah, so I don't.
As long as it wasn't Cafe by Alfredo, you're good.
All right, Seb has provided the synopsis for 3 Days Dead, and that's Patrick, Jeff, and Justin go to the lake to fish, and the day is ruined when zombies overtake the city.
Oh.
That sounds Alabama to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Completely locally filmed and made.
Were they listening to the Alabama Auburn game at the same time?
If they're are they by that synopsis, were they in the boat on the water or were they just on the dock? Because that could be a problem.
Oh.
If they're in the boat in the water and the zombies come, you're all right. All you got to do is say no, boo boo. You can't catch me.
I'd say you're pretty safe. Yeah.
Right? But if you're on the dock and the zombies are coming, you got one choice is to get in the water, and people don't last long in the water.
No, they do not.
No.
Ask the people on Titanic.
No.
Oh,
Well,
Too soon.
too soon, Willie. Too soon.
Or sticking more to your genre, Ghost Ship.
Oh,
I
there
was
you go.
there. I was there. I mean, I can say those things because I was on the car.
Hey! Do you know what those people on the Titanic would say if they were alive today?
Yep.
Yes. Bravo.
That's it. High five on that one, Roadkill. You did great, really good. That's great lesson. He's learning a lot.
Hey, we've all seen Ghostbusters. We know the Titanic came back anyway.
That's
so-
right. Better late than never.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On that note, Seb says it's on the dock. Says they're running around Jasper a lot.
Oh wow.
Guys, we have a special love for Jasper in our
Yeah.
it just everything that we do. So
Do they happen to seek shelter?
No.
Okay.
no, don't,
No.
Jess.
Okay, I'll stop.
Save that for the Patreon.
Gotcha.
No, there was no trap that they fell into.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yes.
Nah.
Nice, Brock. Good way to cover that.
We just got monetized.
No one said it. It's fine. We're good.
The goal is to get. I don't understand the concept of monetization or the demonetization. I don't even know what does monetized mean.
I know how to get demonized. Wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was going
Demonized.
somewhere with that one?
Yeah, you only know
Demonized.
demonized or demonetized, I guess. Yes.
Yeah, demonetized. I know how to
Yeah,
get
there you go.
That
So
sounds
Road-
like a very country word. Demonetized.
Demonetized.
Demonetized. There you go.
That sounds like someone from Jasper, Alabama saying that.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Well, everybody from Birmingham talks about Walker County. It's like
Hey, with the bandwidth they got up there, there's 3 people watching right now. Be careful.
And they're all in the same house sharing the internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys.
Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh.
We're zeroing down on you guys.
Yeah, we're pinpointing your location there.
oh no.
Next day on the Jasper A.
Oh,
You do not have to pass through Jasper to get where we are. We're
Okay.
on the other opposite end.
You really don't have to pass through Jasper to get anywhere.
That's what
You
she
kind of
said.
have to go out of your way to go to Jasper anyway.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
oh wait.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Seb is trying to
Oh, yeah.
give an alibi here.
I-
He only lives in Walker County. He's from Shelby County.
Okay.
Ah.
okay, then
Okay.
you're good, man.
All right.
So
Transplant.
you're one of the 3 people in Walker County currently.
The 3
What
people
internet?
in Walker County watch it, like I just said.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, when they
Oh,
get
my-
better internet in Walker County, they're going to
We're
say
gonna have way more fans.
true. That's probably very true.
I don't know where you were going with that, but let's just.
Oh wait. He was like,
And Seb really he wanted to get out of Walker County. Apparently, he's in Indiana right now.
Well,
Lots of people do.
I don't blame you there, Seb.
Oh my! So
he's been trying to ask this question. He just can't get it out.
I don't know anymore. So, Willie and Connie, being as old as y'all are, how many movies have y'all had the privilege of watching, especially from the bygone golden era?
I will say this. I remember when Nosferatu first became up on film, and that was the most beautiful moment in cinematic history.
Mhm.
I thought that was great. It was a very, very beautiful film. Completely silent. But you know, when the modern day technology took over and was able to produce films with at least an orchestral soundtrack, that's when it was like, oh,
Never could get you to shut up after that.
nope, not at all. Not. And then I said, you know what? This is gonna be really great if one of these people out there decides to be able to make a device that records the vocalization of the human voice.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold,
Right.
And we've never gone back since.
But to answer your question, I mean, there's been some form of fashion of horror on stage before there was any on television or at the movie theaters. So there's not really a number to pinpoint the amount of
I
films that we've
forgot where
actually
this
watched.
question was going at this point.
Oh, close your big mouth. I say all that to say, there's not a. It's got to be over the millions. I mean,
Yeah.
well into the millions of films that we've watched.
Can't count that high.
He doesn't have enough fingers to do it. But I will say, watching Nosferatu on film was beautiful. That was the first horror film.
Yeah.
It
It
was
was.
very nice.
Wrong. Frankenstein. Frankenstein was the first horror film on film.
Oh, you're getting technical.
I am getting technical.
This was in
I mean,
city.
it's called Bama Geeks.
No.
All right.
He's got you there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amanda Vanderstelt has a question for you guys. I just happened to watch Fright Night from '85 and loved it and couldn't help but think of Friday Night Frights when the in-movie Fright Night show was shown. Any inspiration there or a crazy random happenstance?
It's somewhat derivative in the name.
Mhm.
And
Right.
there being somewhat of a horror host character within the movie, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's sort of what sparked the idea originally, was that film.
Okay.
Well-
Very, very good call. Very good catch.
I feel like we need one of those stars shooting across the screen that says, "The more you
Yeah.
know."
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Okay, I'm going to write that down for an idea to include
Yeah.
in the buttons.
I didn't tell anybody that because I was like, they're gonna make fun of you. They're all gonna laugh.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
They're not going to call
As long
you
as they're-
Carol Ann.
As long as they're laughing.
Exactly.
That's right.
Absolutely. So we're probably going to keep the live stream to an hour or less tonight, and we're getting close.
Mhm.
So I definitely wanted to ask you guys. You guys make appearances out in the public. People can actually come out and meet y'all.
Mhm.
What can people expect when they walk up and see you guys?
Well, first off, you'll be captivated by my beauty.
Right.
You are fired, by the
Understand
way.
that.
Yeah, you are.
That's fair, Connie. Connie's very beautiful. I must say, you make them in your image. So
She's-
I have to say she's absolutely gorgeous.
I'd have to say she's to die for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Their relationship is a little weird, I think.
Look, I would tell you this as a person who's married to a nurse, their love for animals is very high. So that's I'm not surprised by that connection.
Oh.
Don't get the wrong idea. This isn't Twilight.
That was a horrible movie. I'm sure you did. But no, they can expect to have a good time for. Whoa, that's a joke, and I'm not touching it. But they can expect to encounter Willie and Connie and sometimes Roadkill. Roadkill makes appearances sometimes now at the show.
Mhm.
We can have a good time for a couple of minutes, maybe get a dad joke in or two, and give a little bit of feeling of nostalgia.
And Willie will paint your face for you.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
Yeah, Willie does
Yeah.
face painting.
That's why I like these horror movies. That's why I like practical effects. You don't get it too often nowadays.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We get to have fun and make you feel like you're part of the realm of the spooky movies.
We have
Yeah.
CreepyCon coming up in the first weekend of August.
Yes.
That's in Knoxville. And then we have Alabama Comic Con the last weekend of September.
Mhm. Yep.
And then we will be at Preserve Halloween Fest in Savannah, Georgia, the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, good. Okay.
People getting the poop scared out of them up until Thanksgiving.
But yeah, all the links are at our website, watchfnf.com, if you want more info on those shows.
Okay. Fantastic. Because so give people opportunity to meet y'all in person.
Absolutely.
Good.
And oh, hang on, my screen just glitched. There we go. Shay said I've met Nurse Connie before. She's super sweet and only asked me what my blood type was the normal amount of times.
There you go.
I don't think there's too many times, but that's just me.
Positive.
Yeah, and Seb says since they're bringing
Yes.
back Magic City Con, hope to see you guys there again.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we love
Yeah.
Magic City Con.
Yeah, I think you guys need to look into seeing about making an appearance there. A lot of people for y'all to meet at that
I'll
one. too as
definitely
well.
look into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So, are any plans? Do you guys have any plans, perhaps? Because we know you've taken some inspiration from Joe Bob, and I sense a little bit of Elvira's movie Macabre in there. Any chance, you might take some of these older movies and do kind of like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 and kind of roast them?
That's just it. Is we don't want to be that derivative. I mean, they have their thing that they're doing with talking during the films, and I think they hit that pretty spot on. And we couldn't do that. I don't feel that we could do it justice, for lack of better words.
Right.
I see where your confidence lies, Joe.
And we've got Leanne Mott, one of our friends. She says, what about one of my favorites, Troll 2?
Oh, yes. Yes.
That was a great that to myself, in my personal thoughts, one that equivalates to that one is another one of my favorite films, The Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
I love that film. It's great.
Yeah. That is a
Troll
80s
2
classic.
and Garbage Pail Kids. If you haven't watched them, go watch them. They're great.
Absolutely. Seb says, I think Nurse Connie would be perfect for a reboot of USA's Up All Night.
That's a blast from the 80s.
Okay.
We were down at
Too hard. My bad. I'm sorry.
we were actually down at Universal Studios my senior year of high school, and Gilbert Gottfried and Rhonda Shear rode right by on a golf cart because they were doing USA's Up All Night live from there that week we were there.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
That was a few days ago.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not as old as Willie and Connie though.
But back to Troll 2 real quick. I love George Hardy. He's a great. Speaking of actors from Alabama,
Right.
he's from Sylacauga, if I'm not mistaken, and he's a dentist, and he still has his practice there.
He does. Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
He does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes they'll show that around Birmingham. I know a year or two ago they did that, and he appeared, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We weren't able to go.
Yeah, I actually tried to get him on the show last season for season 2, but he was having knee surgery at the time, and it was going to conflict with the scheduling, and I never was able to get in touch with him again to try to reschedule.
I was told Alexander City actually. So, but
Oh, okay.
right.
Yeah.
It is out towards Sylacauga Way, is it not?
I mean,
Not
it's
too
been-
far. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's close to it.
It's
Yeah.
pretty close in proximity. Yeah.
What's the lake out that way?
The lake is
The one with the water.
Really bad at geography.
I know there's a
I
lot
think
of
it's
bodies
close
in
to
that water.
Oh,
well.
Hey.
do we need to go dredge it?
If you say so, Willie, I'll take your word on that. Lake Martin.
Yeah, Lake Martin.
Yeah.
And what's sad is I used to live down that way, and I couldn't remember the name of the lake. Yeah, Lake Martin.
That's it, Lake Martin, yes.
View.
I remember
you-
when I placed that lake in there.
Oh.
There used to be a lot of, there was a lot of like cattle grounds out there, and they flooded it.
I did not know.
Don't
that.
look at me like I'm.
How do you know that?
Because he was there.
I was
Is it-
Nothing else better to do on that Saturday, huh?
not necessarily because there wasn't that many folks around back then.
So the kid in Swamp Thing wears an Auburn shirt. Okay.
Isn't that what is his name?
That's Daniel Emery Taylor.
Yep. I was gonna say I've seen him around.
Oh
yep.
yeah. We've seen him at conventions locally.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio wears an Auburn hat from time to time. He's been photographed in that.
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
where he finds the women that are under 25.
Whoa.
There we go.
He notes he was not really
circle.
on the Titanic.
There you go.
How many times do I have to tell you that was a movie?
It was very accurate, minus the part about. I still say
It's
there's
not a
enough
documentary.
room on the door, but
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't just kick her off the door and then just find him someone younger.
Well, the other
Right.
thing that I mean, if we're going to pick apart movies, I mean, how did they get all that steam in there, in that car?
Oh.
it was
That was
cold.
very steamy.
Have you ever been in the back seat of one of those vehicles?
Obviously not.
No.
It gets quite hot just by breathing. It's
Yes.
Yes.
they had better.
Anyway,
Sealage on that.
PG.
Okay.
You probably need to wait until the Patreon portion, and then we can
Yeah.
explain the birds and the bees. The roadkill. And how that works.
Or the skunks and the rabbits.
The skunks and the rabbits.
Don't do that. Don't to watch my verbiage. You watch your verbiage.
Oh my. Well,
Sometimes he reminds me of Alf. It's not even funny. Some of the stuff.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's your big
There's a
mouth.
joke in there, and I'm not going to touch it.
Thank you.
I'm going to cut your allowance, I guess.
Yeah.
Isn't that what the fathers are supposed to say nowadays?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
How do you cut?
No.
Nothing.
It's take away your phone. I'm
I can't.
Yeah, take away.
You take away his phone.
gonna take away your phone.
Oh, yeah, the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nobody.
well, speaking of your famous phrases, Jess and I got a really big kick last night of hearing you over and over say your famous line to end every episode, kind of like Casey Kasem telling you to, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we didn't tell the people that.
This Casey Kasem's a dark son of a hello.
Your message is not quite as positive, right? As-
No, but it's something you want everyone to remember when you turn that television off and it's deadly quiet throughout the entire house and there's no lights on and you're all by your lonesome. Just remember, you're never always alone. There's always someone lurking in the shadows.
Bravo.
And the laugh is legitimate. I find that funny as all get out.
Well, we'll relive. It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh God. Leanne's in the chat
That's right.
cracking jokes.
Yep.
Yep. The whole
right.
demonetized.
Demon attack.
Yes, I
Demonetized.
want to get demonetized.
Demonetized.
I don't think my vocals will get that to cadence. I can't.
Demonetized.
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 Demon.
We'll get there eventually, I promise.
All I can think is a very business
We
nice
need to get-
demon wearing a tie, demon in a tie, I guess,
Speaking of being demonetized, we're going to have an Indiegogo coming up shortly to help raise the funds for us to finish season 3.
Okay.
Okay.
And they'll be able to access that off watchfnf.com.
Yes, I will have the link posted on watchfnf.com.
Fantastic.
All right. And of course, we'll have a link to that website down in the description after we finish up, or we may already have it, actually. I'm not sure.
I think it is there. Yes, I think
Okay.
you've already got all that set up. So yes, down there in the.
All right, down there in the description. That's how you get to it.
And another thing
Very
I say I have to appreciate you guys for is on top of being local. Also, I'm a sucker for commercials, especially local commercials. So I'm loving seeing the local
Yes.
businesses that are supporting you. Like I saw them, the tattoo shop and all that. Like that was wonderful to see that on top of I didn't expect that my first view. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is up my alley. And that's one thing I hope. I want to see a lot of folks support you guys. It's something they need to do. It's special. Like I said.
That was originally why I created the show.
Okay.
Okay.
It was because during COVID, I really got into studying more of marketing and really getting into the business side of what I'd studied in college.
Mhm.
And apparently everybody and their brother decided to go into marketing and advertising during COVID. So I was thinking one day, and I came up with the idea, I need to come up with an avenue for the advertising and marketing that I love doing so much, even if it means doing it for free, if I have to, because I just love it so much, and I love horror. So I thought, why not combine the two?
Exactly.
And that's how
So-
the show was born.
So in season 3, are we going to get an Alex Shannara advertisement?
Listen, he still owes me.
I
man.
definitely have. I could say that I was involved in an accident myself.
There
That's
you go.
right.
Yeah.
You may have a case, Roadkill.
Again, their relationship is just weird. Oh, stop it! You like it.
Couldn't breathe.
Well, with having the Indiegogo campaign, whenever you launch that, when can we expect to see the third season?
You will see it in October.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
The first Friday in October. Looking at October 4th. That's the first Friday in October.
Okay. Fantastic.
And I'm assuming the movies are released once a week, the episodes?
Each Friday, there will be a new episode.
Hence the name
It'll-
Friday Night
it'll-
Frights.
It'll broadcast live first on our Facebook page and YouTube. And then it will be archived on YouTube.
Okay.
Fantastic. And you guys, if you haven't checked out their show, it is fantastic. I mean, if you love the classic horror and
Thank you.
and
Yes.
the ambiance and we loved it. Absolutely loved it. And we cannot wait for season 3 and let us know what we can do to help you guys push that Indiegogo and really make the most of it.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We greatly appreciate your kind words. I will say, going into season 3, I dare say we fouled up big time.
Oh.
Joe,
It wasn't my fault this time.
yes, this time it was not your fault. It was my fault. We killed Joe the first, or unalived Joe the going into season 2. There's
Right.
still a body missing, and what happens to a missing body? They come from a missing person. So what happens when there's missing people? Cops show up. So we've got to be on the run. So you'll get to see
Ooh.
the 3 of us hightailing it out of where we currently are into a new location.
Brazil. I get it.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Well, I will say you'll get
It's
to
all business expense at this point.
There you go.
one thing I'm greatly excited about is you get to meet my grandmother. I love
Ooh.
Lovely.
She's the apple of my eye, and she's the reason that I don't breathe. Every young person is inspired by and looks up to their grandparents, right? This
Yeah.
woman taught me everything I know, from the conjuring of certain demons to the disappearance of certain things. Unfortunately, I'm not a very good student, but she was a great lady. But you get to meet grandmother Agatha Wood. She's a great lady, and I think the people are going to love her.
Okay.
I
great.
can't wait.
Yeah, we look
Yes.
forward to
Awesome.
that.
Yeah, I was very excited to have her as part of it. I said, grandmother, it's Willie. Can you please be on our show? And she of course was like, oh, Willie, of course I'll do it. She doesn't talk like that, but yeah.
That's your best impression. I get it.
Yeah.
Grandchild. So I was like, all right, yes, thank you, grandmother. Unfortunately.
Well, Seb has a suggestion for you. Season 3, Nurse Connie accepts Mary's engagement, and she helps hide them.
You're all holed up at her house, at Mary's house.
We will need something to snack on.
We managed to get a restraining order on this Mary.
It's always nice to meet new people.
Yes.
I say eat. Tomato.
As long as you ask them politely, right?
There you go.
Well, we are going to wrap up our live stream in this episode with Willie and Connie and Joe and Roadkill from Friday Night Frights. And again, make sure you Seb said Mary is a new body. Hint, hint. But we certainly encourage you to go visit them on their website and all their social media platforms. You can get to it from watchfnf.com. And you can also find us everywhere on social media at Bama Geeks. And we are going to do a little behind the scenes Patreon episode, patreon.com/Bama Geeks, or just hit that join button below the video right now. And it's not going to be live, but we're going to have it ready to go for you very soon. So we're going to hop off the live stream. We're going to do some special Patreon stuff for a couple of minutes, and then we'll see you guys for the next episode. Willie, Connie, Joe, Roadkill, thank you guys so much for being on here with us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Enjoyed having you here.
Thank you all. Thank you all so much for having us. We greatly appreciate your time and giving us the opportunity to express our show the way that you have. We greatly appreciate it.
It's been the most fun I've had in a while.
You guys are welcome back at any point in time. We'd love to have you, and happy to help promote the Indiegogo and all the seasons going forward. So make sure you go check them out. Look them up on YouTube. We got a link to the description below.
Seasons.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we're gonna call it a night, and members, we're gonna get you some extra content here in just a little bit. So for the Friday Night Frights gang, and for Bo, Kevin, Jess, I'm Brock. We're the Bama Geeks. Have a wonderful time, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Y'all come back now. You hear?